Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fantabulous episode of Fail PG. I am the Mighty Mage. Tonight with us we have Ross the Boss.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah.
Goat.
What's up?
And Surge.
Nope, no words. Words have failed me already after the tomfuckery that happened off screen.
Always. But we are back.
We're Fail PG.
At least in one form or another. Some of us might be more back than others.
No words. Words
Gotta
have
watch
failed
your
me.
back, boy.
Now, when you say boy like that,
Boy!
Hey.
when you say boy like that, I feel like you copying Kratos.
Boy!
Yeah, he sound like Kratos right now. He sound like
Boy.
No, he sounds like a dual whip user. That's what he sounds like.
Dual whip user?
Dual whip user. Well, I can't say if I say, I mean, half of my ancestors were from England.
That a touchy subject for you there, Ross.
I mean, half African, half English. Got a little Irish in me. I think I got like 1% Mexican. So, hey, we're
Hey, man.
living the American dream right
There you
now.
go. But do you have any Viking or any Spartan in you? That's the question. If you got some Spartan in you, then you can say, boy.
You know what? I'm gonna check that for you. I'll get back to you before this series ends. Okay.
Well, you have some time. The way you guys keep going, sometimes I wonder if we're ever going to finish this thing.
So, speaking of,
We're
I had a
trying.
question that I meant to ask you towards the end of last episode.
Mhm.
With all the wrestling and stuff that was going on, right? Did any of that count as strength training for those who participated?
All of you that participated got XP.
Got XP, yes, but I
Mhm.
was wondering if that counted towards strength training, where we could have actually upgraded our strength trait. I was just curious.
Mm-mm. No, you get stat upgrades in your next level. I think everybody at level 4, I think gets an extra 2 stat points that they can allocate as they choose.
Okay, no, I was just curious.
Mm-hmm.
I went to meditate
So,
and mental train.
yeah, you could use some mental training there, Striker. A lot. I'm not
Exactly.
sure if there's enough meditation in the world could help your mental stats.
No.
Does
By the
he
way,
get
guys,
any XP from meditation?
No, none. What's up?
we gained a fan with Mr. Linguini, Boto Linguini. He says he loves
Oh
our
yes,
show.
yes. There is a huge announcement coming soon about Boto Linguini and us, but not right now. Keep your mouth shut. Say less, sir.
No, I'm just saying he's a fan of the show.
Say
I said
less.
he's a fan of the show. I didn't say nothing else.
Hey,
Actually,
we'll
that's
take our
already-
fans.
And honestly, that's already been stated in a bunch of live streams and other things we've been talking.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
you
I
don't watch the
remind
product.
people.
Yeah, but you don't watch the product, so you wouldn't know.
You said it in the last 2 weeks. I know. You said it in the last 2 weeks.
We've got
Look, man,
one
you don't-
whole
you-
fan, so we should
you don't
celebrate
get,
that.
You don't get high on your own supply, man. So you don't watch the product.
Hey. I'm always high on my own supply because I'm always supplying the shovel.
Yep.
Last time we left off.
Speaking of shovels, Ronnie had just given the shovel to tall, dark, and burly, who lost terribly, and after that kind of disgraceful showing, everybody else has kind of like gone back to work and continued with manning the ship, not meeting eye contact with Ronnie. Nobody wants to get slammed into the deck like he did.
You thought they would have learned that the first time after the one guy got his arm broken from arm wrestling Ronnie, but no.
That was just arm wrestling, Yeah.
Could have been a fluke. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Now you know better.
Now they know better, yeah. And after watching the captain get outsparred by Mr. Noel, unassuming Noel Witherspoon, everybody's treating you guys with a little bit more respect, I think, than they might have otherwise. This is not just your average ragtag bunch of loonies here. They're serious loonies.
Yeah, they're sophisticated. Yeah.
Professional
And
loonies.
and they go look at me and say, "What is he gonna do?" And I sit down with my two swords just sitting across my little lap, and just sitting there, just hold them, just close my eyes. They're like, "What the hell is he doing? What the hell is he about?" Like, well, you know what?
He accidentally nicks himself with one of his poison daggers. There's a whole adventure of him
I
trying
don't
to
have any poison daggers. I used them already.
You know, I can kind of see Stryker being the kind of guy to intentionally nick himself with a poison dagger to get high.
He's like, I'm micro dosing. He's like, what's micro mean? He's like, don't worry about it.
I ate a poison egg, all right? What the hell?
I just had a whole bag of shrooms. I don't need the microdose. I mean, what? Oh man, that's terrible.
Y'all are terrible.
Since you're meditating, I'm gonna have Sir Regios actually approach you,
Okay.
and instead of his usual kicks you in the leg or kicks you in the back or slap upside the head, any of that nonsense, he actually calmly just kneels down and places a hand on your shoulder and simply says, "We need to talk a moment."
And I go, I'm gonna try to do this seriously, so that I'm not gonna laugh real quick. And I go, open up. The hell you want?
And you still couldn't help him.
I couldn't do it. Nah, I go, I'm like, what about?
We need to do something about your appearance.
Ain't nothing wrong with my appearance. I'm a
Strike-
sexy man.
Well, he said your face
fact
crooked.
that you look like you is the problem. Think of where we're going.
Ooh, we're gonna do some on-the-fly plastic surgery with, knives and stuff? Yeah. No?
So
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Does Stryker have long hair currently?
I have long silver hair.
And you have a beard, right?
Oh, look at Mr. Edgelord.
I think I
here.
said I had a beard, but I can't remember. I'm gonna say yes, we have a beard now because we've been doing a bunch of stuff. So yes, I have a beard now.
It has been a few days since you shaved, yeah.
Yeah, so I have a beard now.
Okay. So Regios kind of signals over to one of the guys at the roll station to come over.
All right.
What the hell is he gonna do?
Shush.
A wiry kind of fellow wanders over there, grateful for the break from the oars, although he's looking at you guys a little bit nervously, like, not sure what you have in mind here.
Do you have any of the dyes left that you usually use when covering up your flag insignias?
Maybe. Why you ask?
I'm gonna need to borrow some.
Better ask the captain about that.
You know where he is at the moment.
He just sort of points a thumb over at the tiller.
And I point to it and I go, right there.
Like, all right, he never does leave the tiller to anybody else, does he?
Not unless he's sleeping.
So Regios gets up, approaches the captain. I need to borrow some of your dyes, if you don't mind.
Dyes, eh? What do you have in mind?
It's gonna make me do blackface.
He rolls his eyes for a second and then points at Stryker's head.
Now look, I understand, but blackface is very insensitive, and I'm not really fixing to help you out with that.
Thank you.
What's your historical context of this?
Not his face, his hair. His hair.
Okay.
Oh, black hair. I don't think
Oh.
there's any cultural sensitivities associated with that.
It's not.
And I go like, right. Can I just do like one strip down the middle? Can I like go?
No.
Oh, you want to go the skunk route?
Yeah.
No.
Come on. Can I at least keep my silver tips? Let me have some silver tips.
This ain't some fancy hairstyling salon, you know.
Full-blown coverage.
Well, I suppose we have something that could work for that. Give me a second here. And the captain motions for one of his men to come take the tiller. And he walks down the deck and goes below.
Does anybody know how to braid hair?
And also, is your beard also silver? Is silver like your natural hair color? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, silver was my natural hair color.
Okay, so we're also doing his beard.
I'm doing the silver streak in my beard. You can't tell me no.
I will leave a strip that looks white enough, but if it looks too silver, it is getting covered.
Your face is getting covered. Oh wait, you're already black enough.
What is he dyeing the hair color to? What is he dyeing?
Black.
Okay, what materials are they using? It's like a.
It's like an ink that they use to do.
Okay.
Can anybody braid hair? Wait, Ronnie, I think you know how to braid hair. Not mistaken.
She does have a braid, does she not?
Yeah,
She does.
Yeah, like Ronnie.
And Ronnie looks up.
Hold on,
goes,
and I do this. Hold on, I gotta do this. I'm like, Ronnie, you gonna braid my hair? And I do it like, why the other I can't look at me like, you gonna braid my hair, baby? Come on.
And Ronnie doesn't say anything. She just smiles.
Oh, it's like, we get. So you're gonna look good, all right, quote unquote.
And at that moment, you see Gadok's face turn bright red, and she stomps over and actually, like, roughly holds a hand out to keep Ronnie away from you, Striker.
No, if anyone's going to braid your hair, it will be someone who knows how to do it properly.
And she kind of looks Ronnie up and down with a disdainful glare, as if her braid is, like, completely messed up and horrible.
And I go like, look, you never braided hair from as long as I known you.
And she just puts, like, a hand over your mouth, like, shh.
I'll take care of this.
And Ronnie just smiles and goes, "Aw, that's so cute that you think you can."
You see her get a little bit redder.
We're not doing a
And then
braiding
she
contest on my head.
gently places her hands on Gadok's shoulders and moves her to the side with no real.
Oh. Yeah.
Test the roll. Just
That's a good question.
You're awfully lucky.
Mm-hmm.
So you put your hand on her shoulder and start guiding her away. And at this point, she's like bright crimson. You don't even see her hands move. Just suddenly, there's a blade in one of them streaking across your arm. But luckily for you, it strikes a part where the tiger pelt and your undergarment covers your arm. So it just sort of glances off. I think you have bracers on, don't you? I seem to recall you. Yeah, it slides off one of the bracers without actually penetrating.
She just and Ronnie just looks at her. "Oh, little girl, that's so sweet. That's strike one."
Dang
And
it.
then she turns around.
Yep. That one might actually hit. Let me see here. Pull this thing up. Where are you, darling? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that probably works. That's a 21 to hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
17. So
a blade appears in her other hand, and this one actually jabs forward and stabs at your shoulder and manages to go through. And where in the world did my foresight go? There you are.
are we really doing this?
Yeah, she's rolled really badly on the self-control checks, and yeah, she's really doing this. So
Okay.
That's where am I at here? 7 damage. 7
Okay.
slashing damage. And now it's your go.
Yeah. Ronnie's gonna smile. Okay, forget the strikes. And instantly punches her dead in the temple.
All right. So it's an unarmed, but go ahead and roll your 20 side.
That is 12 plus 7, right?
Yes. So 19.
18.
Jesus.
Just barely. That's enough to hit. So you
Alright.
are doing 6 bludgeoning damage to her. You haul back and haymaker straight to her face. You can hear a satisfying crunch as her nose folds under your fist, and she staggers back, clutching at her face, a trickle of blood running down the side of her cheek and her chin. And she stays there for a moment, holding her face, and then straightens her nose, wiggles it a little bit, and grins at you.
One of these days, I will give you a proper reward for that.
And she looks back over at you, Striker, and it's like,
He sounds really thirsty.
One of these days.
and she turns and stalks off.
You said it's at 7 damage, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I had the right number. So 13 health is where I'm at. Got it.
Mhm.
I go check on Ronnie. Like, you good? Good. All right.
Ronnie looks over at Stryker. You know, before this trip is over, I'm going to kill her.
Oh, I hope so. I will help you.
And Ronnie just gets a small grin on her face. And then proceeds to pull the blade out.
And just stuff it in your pocket. I feel like you would do that.
No, worse, she throws it overboard.
What blade is this?
You said she was covering her face. You never said her blade she had her blade still.
Oh, you're right, I didn't. I guess
Yeah.
that would have meant that she dropped it.
Yeah, we're taking that and throwing it overboard.
Okay.
Take it off me. Like, whoo. Bloop. That's what you hear. Bloop.
Don't give him ideas. Next thing you know, he's gonna make me roll and see if I hit a sea serpent or something. Don't you?
You gave him the idea. What are you talking about? I ain't say nothing. All I heard was bloop.
Serpent!
That's what it sounds-
Serpent! Oh no!
Like, not again. I'm like, if I see a serpent, I'm like, I'm going down.
Yeah, and this boat doesn't have any of the weapons.
Like, I'm going down. All right, just let me know when we're done. That's what I'll say. All right, and I go back to the Regios and like, all right, come on, let's get it done.
About this time is when Captain Neural returns from the hold, followed by a couple of his porters hauling a very large barrel between the two of them. And
It's about to come out.
they stomp up to the deck and set this thing down, and immediately the smell hits you of like tar and pitch. And Captain Nuril, with a flourish, whisks the lid off of the barrel, and sure enough, it is a barrel of pitch. Pitch is used to seal holes in the hull of ships, among many other things, and it is black, and it is basically a refined petroleum product. It does not smell very pleasant. And
So that means it's going to be really hard as soon as they put it on my head.
he gestures to this, and he's like, I'm afraid that this is all we have right now.
What do I have to do?
Don't do it.
I don't want to do it.
And Sir
You
Regios,
probably have to shave bald after this.
Sir Regios looks at the captain. Do you have a tool that I can use to scoop this out with?
I do, and he motions for one of the big burly guys who walks over to you, Stryker, and picks you up bodily, turns you upside down, and dunks your whole head in the barrel of pitch.
Sir Reggio smiles. That is the perfect tool.
He stirs you around 2 or 3 times and then pulls you out.
He looks at the guy. Stir him around 3 more times just to make sure it's perfectly coated.
Oh, all right. There we go.
Excellent. If I could have a towel for his face.
A towel? All right. Give me a second. And motions for somebody else who runs below. And a few moments later comes up with some ripped up sailcloth, which, Stryker, if you weren't currently covered in pitch, you might recognize that as what was left of the sails from your escape from the blockade. A little bit salt encrusted, but it sort of works. And he hands this to you.
Oh, you mean what Ronnie would recognize as the escape from the blockade?
Oh no, you're right. You're right. Ronnie would recognize that. Stryker was on a different ship.
Yeah, I was on a different ship, but I was what's the captain?
Captain Sharp, I believe.
Yes,
Captain
Captain
Sharp.
Sharp.
And Captain.
What was it?
Captain
Negros. If I remember correctly, Captain Negros.
Captain Negros.
Yeah, Negros. Yeah.
Negros of the Phantom.
Yep.
Yes, the Phantom Negros.
like-
I hate you so much.
I go-
Let me say that phrase. I hate you so much.
So I grab it and I go, I hate you.
He just looks back. At least it's sticking where it should.
And then I do this.
Can we get a roll to actually see if that actually works?
Nope, it doesn't. He wipe it off. It might not be super bright anymore, but you still see a little bit of silver. A
That's the problem.
little bit. It's like a salt and pepper now. Like a little salt and pepper.
Well, unfortunately for you, Mr. Surge, I don't know if you can see that. Nat 12.
Like a 12.
Wow.
The pitch sticks firmly and thoroughly covers everything, except for the one little line that he's wiped off down the middle. So he does successfully look like a skunk now. And the captain just shakes his head, motions for the barrel of tar to be carried away.
All right, so then I wait a minute and I was like, all right. I said, all right, it's drying up, and then I start messing with it just to make sure it doesn't fully stick to my head and be like all crusty. So I was like, all right.
You still want him to get it braided because you're going to have to hurry if you do.
I know.
Or it
I'm just
hardens.
I'm messing with it. I was like, all right, Ronnie, you ready?
Ready.
And I go sit down. I was like, wait, why are you smiling? So, you know what? Where's she at? All right. And I go sit down in between her legs. And I was like, all right, let's do this. We're doing back on the block type style right here. Just sit down on the block.
Basically.
I'm surprised that we aren't getting some raunchy commentary from Noel here. 'Cause this is usually the time.
I'm just watching. He's just Noel's just watching, and man, it couldn't be me.
You understand?
Yeah, good thing it doesn't have to be you in this situation. Otherwise, it would be.
And the
Remember,
fact
we
that
already had to paint your goddamn shield.
Yep. And I'm taller than Ronnie, so this is funny as hell to me when I go sit down. All right, come on.
I wonder if Ronnie's going to have to stand while he's sitting just to be able to reach. That's an interesting picture.
How tall is Ronnie?
Ronnie is 5'8", so
I'm
most
6'1", so yeah, he could stand up. I was like, all right, just do a nice little quick braid, whatever.
So she begins braiding, and she's just humming this very basic but soothing tune. Sounds like something you'd probably heard like just about everywhere.
Ronnie, I'm going to say roll a 12 side for dexterity.
Yes, I knew this was coming. That is a 6 + 2, so an 8.
An 8. So you start your braiding, Stryker. She's more gentle than you expected. There's the occasional pull and tug where you feel like she's going to rip your hair out, but it's only a moment and then goes back to being relatively gentle. You're actually kind of surprised.
I'm like, oh, you're really good at this.
She hasn't gotten to the beard yet.
I mean, she ain't got to touch the beard. Well, I could do the one little dangly little beard thing. Oh, I could do two. It'd be like, who
the
did
forked
that?
braids in the
Viking?
beard.
And it's like, in my family, if you don't know how to braid, you're kind of in trouble. You've seen Uncle Arik.
And he did have the double two. Yeah, you know what? I'll take that too. Two on the beard. And just have the little silver part just sit right there and everything. I was like, oh, and I was like, you do a really good job. And I was like, and I look over and see if
Gadok is on the opposite side of the ship, glaring absolute daggers at the two of you, nursing her broken nose.
Since he just said he wants the beard, do I have to roll again for the beard?
Yes.
And I'm like, you did a good. That was a nice ass punch.
Oh, shit. Twice in a row.
All right. Again, she a couple of sharp tugs here and there, but for the most part, she braids your beard without too much difficulty.
That's it. Oh, thank you. And I do this right. Since I was like, so I turn so we turn this way so Gada can definitely see like straight on the head. So it's like, I was like this, like, just like, do the little.
Yep. She's over in the corner seething.
He's closing a window. Oh no, he's opening the window.
He's opening the window.
Oh Lord.
It is warm today.
You know what the weird part is? He's in a basement. It should actually be cooler where he is. So I'm quite confused.
So no.
Plus he got all on and stuff. So
well, Ronnie and Stryker are braiding, and Sergius is sort of standing there and chuckling at how horrible the tar is. The captain, leaning against the tiller, kind of catches your eye, tilts his head. So, where exactly are you folks headed after Eisen, if you don't mind me asking?
Places, we just...
places.
And he glances over at the lengths that Stryker and Sergius are going to hide Stryker's appearance. And he's like, I get the impression that your friend is perhaps not one of the most welcome people in Eisen.
You could say that. Yeah. And I make that weird face like, yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you lads aren't going to cause me any problems when we make dock.
Oh, no. Of course not. Your reputation's on the line. I would never do that. I make a straight face when I say it.
Now I'm going to make you roll a 12 side for performance.
Okay. All right, I'll do it. And toss. I got an 8.
An 8.
How does that go?
You've got +2 charisma, so yeah, he buys it.
Okay.
He nods. I'm glad that we understand each other.
Yeah.
And just at that moment, I'm going to have Sir Regios actually come over and approach the captain again. Thank you so much for the loan of your pitch. I might need to ask for one more borrow. You wouldn't happen to have a spare tunic and pants, would you?
I have a couple of change of clothes myself, but none I'm going to soil on your friend there. Besides, I'm not sure any of me clothes would fit him, but you can ask one of me crew if any of them's got a spare change of clothes. They might be willing to pawn something or sell it to you.
I've got 5 gold I'm willing to part with for such a thing.
Best of luck to you.
And Sir Reggio starts looking around at the bigger men on the crew.
Most of them are rowing or stowing stuff, rearranging stuff in the hold.
Hey, go talk to our big friend who likes Ronnie.
Nah, he's literally got a little bit more than just height on you, sir. Just like he's literally like the size of a tree. You'd basically
I'm
look
225.
You'd look like a little kid.
I'm 225.
This guy is big. This guy's like 6'6"
What is he?
and 300-ish pounds and built like a gorilla.
Then I can definitely use this stuff because I can just makeshift. Me and my times by myself, raised by wolves. I had to make my own clothes.
Go again with the wolves thing.
Okay, fine. It was Panthers, but okay.
Striker is 6'1", right?
6'1", 225.
So he's 6'1". So any of the crew 6'1", or are they a little bit taller?
Give me a perception check.
I'm 6'3".
That's true. Noel is comparable in size. You got any spare clothes, Noel?
No.
I sure don't.
I rolled a 9. You said perception, right?
Yeah, perception.
And that's on intelligence, yes?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Perception's a wisdom check.
Then I'm fine. That's actually +2 on my 9, so we are at 11. We're good.
Yeah. So
I had to make sure it wasn't intelligence because it was going to be a -1.
Yeah. There are a half dozen people on the deck who are similar in build and stature to Stryker.
Okay.
Some of them are, wearing sort of rough spun tunics. Some of them are bare-chested.
I'm going to walk up to one of the ones actually wearing a tunic.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't happen to have a spare change of clothes that you could part with, would you?
Yeah.
Are you saying that because you don't want to part with it, or are you saying that because you actually don't have spare clothes?
He pauses his rowing for a moment, puts his hands on his hips. Most of the crew don't carry spare clothes, ain't got nowhere to put 'em. But if you're looking for a shirt for your friend there, I could maybe be persuaded.
I pull out 2 gold pieces.
And 2 gold's a lot for them. Yeah, that's a lot.
Quirks an eyebrow and grins. Puts his hand out.
I'll flip him 1 gold.
He takes that, bites it, puts it in his trousers, unrolls the shirt, hands that out.
Give him the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And I will take the tunic back over to Stryker. Now, Stryker, what kind of armor are you wearing? Leather armor?
Leather.
Or plate armor? It's leather?
Yep.
Okay, so then
I can be
technically
flexible.
you should be able to...
Put that over top of it.
Correct. So I'm going to hand you this tunic, tell you to go get changed. Because you're going to have to take your armor off to take off the tunic that you have under. Because knowing you're wearing your armor over top of your tunic like any other archer.
I don't have a tunic.
Aren't you wearing something with a hood? Aren't you wearing a tunic with a hood on it?
No. My whole thing is one whole jacket.
No. So you're wearing it over top of your... Okay. So then...
I just put that on and just keep my hood poked out.
No.
Dang it, come on.
No, put it away in a bag or something. You cannot be caught wearing that thing. They'll remember you by it.
If I don't have it on, I will get stabbed easily.
So wait, is he saying that his whole entire coat and his armor is all attached together?
I have a regular type shirt that's kind of strong, but it's not really strong. But then the leather jacket is literally the strongest leather that I could buy.
So the jacket you're wearing is your armor, basically, is what he's asking.
Basically, yes.
Oh, so he's literally wearing
I can detach my hood. Jacket. When we detach my hood, I can detach it. I just detach the hood.
That would help.
It would help. It would help tremendously because we're trying to get rid of things that people can recognize you by.
But this is new armor, so how the hell are they going to recognize me? Because it's all new. Last time I was here, I had old stuff. It's brand new. It's different. Ha 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 ha. Ha.
He just looks at you, and you see his face going from that casual look that he's had for a while to going back to a very serious face. He just looks at you. We cannot by any means,
Hey,
fuck this up.
Hey, I'm joking. Laugh. We're gonna be on this boat for a minute. Laugh a little. Sheesh, that's why you need to get laid.
He looks at
Ain't
you.
that right, Ron? He needs to get laid, don't he?
She looks down, looks back up in the air, rolls her eyes, and just shakes her head. She's refusing to get involved in this one.
I was like, you know me how long now?
And he goes,
You know.
I've done nothing but laugh this entire trip, mostly at your expense. However,
I'm blurry. Come back.
at this precise moment in time, I need you to focus up. We're almost to shore. We cannot draw any extra attention to ourselves. We cannot.
Captain, how far are we away from shore?
Oh, about 2 days.
Oh, okay. So, like I was saying, have a little fun until we get there. And thank you. And then I go back and
Striker, I'm going to need you to roll a 12 side for intelligence.
I got it. God damn, my intelligence -1.
So he got a 7.
I got a 7.
A 7. Now, as you're like turning around to go stomp back to your meditation spot, it dawns on you what the captain just said. And then you put tar in your hair and your beard, and you now reek of tar a full 2 days before you actually needed to do that.
Fuck you!
And Sir Reggio just slowly cracks a smile across his face.
And I go like, that's what I'm talking about. South Striker.
You're welcome. And he just walks off.
All right, every one of yous, roll me 100 side.
Okay. All right. I got a 24.
24.
I got a 27 on one and a 71 on the other.
Oh, you want us to roll twice?
No, he's got two
I have
characters
to roll twice because I'm rolling for 2 characters.
Oh, okay.
Let me make sure I got the right dice. Oh, that is this one. I need the 9. Yep. Ooh, that was close. 38.
All right. The rest of that day and the evening passes without any further event or incident. There's a couple of jibes made at your expense, Striker, about your new appearance and fragrance. But that's about the extent of the excitement for that portion of the trip.
Which, of course, Sir Agios' whole statement to that is, don't worry, just air yourself out. And then he laughs.
And the captain kind of dryly remarks, oh yeah, that'll definitely work after, a couple months.
And I go back down to meditate. You know what? I get up and I go, anybody want to spar?
So
not,
which Ronnie
not for the rest
raises
of
an
that
eyebrow.
day.
Yeah.
I was like, no, not you, Ronnie.
It's about the second day after during some of those comments. Finally, one of the crew sort of stands up from his rowing bench and is like,
All right, I'll take you on. You're an archer fella, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm an archer.
All right, I got a proposition for you. We do some what we call skeet shooting.
I haven't done that in a while.
Ah, you know what it is. Great.
Yeah, yeah.
I get one of my.
When you say skeet, I heard 2 poets called Yin and Yangs that made something like that.
Shut it! I hate you so much. God, I hate you so much.
You know what? I think I heard about those poets too.
Yeah,
I hate
right?
you even more for joining in. Why? God damn it.
Yeah, I think they call themselves the poets of the Yin Yang Twins or something like that.
Yeah, they were definitely twins.
They were twins.
I want to die.
They had teeth of pure gold.
Yep.
And then they had many lasses. I think they have many children too.
To the, I'm gonna say one line. To the window, to the wall.
That's very poetic.
You dare get
We
us
don't know what it meant.
So the blood drips down their skulls.
And the wiry guy kind of looks at you very bemused, like,
I ain't heard of this before. Is that, tell me more.
If I tell you more, trust me, we will be here for hours.
Okay then. Well, we'll shoot first, and then you can tell me after. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk after that.
All right.
and he looks over at you, Noel.
No, would you be so kind as to throw the targets for us?
Yeah, sure.
All right, good man.
He gives you a pat on the back and
1 second.
and dashes below. And a minute or so later, he storms back up. He's got what actually looks like a very impressive longbow. It's as tall as he is, so how he's going to be able to draw it, you're not entirely sure. And a quiver of arrows, and then under one arm, he's got a crate, which he sets down in front of you, Noel. And as he pulls the lid off, you can see a bunch of what looks like clay discs, about yay in diameter. Look like they would be good for throwing. And
I'm like, oh, what is this for?
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? You're gonna chuck one of these things over the side when each one of us says pull. And then we're gonna try and shoot the things before they hit the water.
Wow.
Just then, Ronnie decides to walk into the scene. She doesn't say anything, but after hearing what's going on, she just kind of takes her usual spot at the mast, leans back and crosses her arms, and very much is intrigued to see how this is going to go.
Hey, it's a very fun game. And I go like, hey, so what you want? You want to bet some drinks when we get to the next stop?
Yeah, you know what I like.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
So, round of ales on whoever wins. And let's see, I'm thinking best 3 out of 5. What do you think?
3 out of 5?
3 out of 5?
Yeah, 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 would be. Yeah, that's good.
All right. Mr. Witherspoon, are you ready to throw for us? Mr. Witherspoon.
Oh, fine. All right, just give me the word. I got it.
You want to go first? Or,
let's roll 20s to see who goes first.
20s.
Who's gonna throw for me?
What?
Oh,
Nobody.
Do you shoot, Mr. Witherspoon?
No, but I can learn.
Well. I'm sure one of us would be happy to throw with you over, promise of some ales.
Why not?
You got a 4, striker?
And I go like this. I'm like, wait. He ain't got no money. No.
And you got me. You got me.
No.
And with that, you see Ronnie just kind of chuckle a little bit.
I got a 4.
Yeah, I got a 13, so.
Yep.
Little wiry guy's gonna go first, and he
Ready.
steps up to the rail, knocks an arrow in his bow, draws, and he looks over at you, Noel.
Pull, Mr. Witherspoon.
All right, I wheel back and I throw it as hard as I can.
And no, I'm gonna say roll a 12 side for we'll call this a strength.
Yes, I knew it.
I got 9. Sorry, I got
a 9.
No.
All right.
What's no strength again? His is a +4, right?
His strength is a +1. You're thinking attack modifier.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah. So you haul back and fling this thing. It actually goes pretty high and far, and as it's tracking down, arrow gets loosed. The disc shatters.
Nice.
That's 1 point for Mr. Wiry. And he turns back to you, steps away from the rail.
Mr. Striker.
All
right, Striker, you got this, man.
Nope, don't you dare talk.
Before Striker pulls,
what am I supposed to roll anyway?
Ronnie calls out, "Hey, quick question for you boys. What happens if there's a tie?"
We'll shoot until the tie's broken. First blood. That's the way to do it.
Interesting.
All right, Striker.
Carry on.
And it's a 20 side.
All right, thank you. Just want to make sure I grab the right one. All right, I said, Hey, no, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Do I have
Line
to
me up.
roll for this? Do I have to
So,
roll?
Yep, you
grab
gotta
the
roll for
arrow.
everyone.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh boy. Hope I got a good one for you. Ooh, a perfect 12. There you go.
Nice. Noel lets this thing fly. It goes in a wide, far arc, beautiful, smooth curve. About as much airtime as you could hope for, Striker. What'd you get?
I got a 7, and that is. Is that a plus anything?
Yeah,
Or
you
just
can add
on
your
your
attack
attack roll.
modifier to that, so that's +5 for you. That's a pretty good.
12.
That's a pretty
12.
good roll.
Yep.
So, loose yours. Right at the pinnacle of its flight, the disc shatters in a shower of clay.
I go, whoo! Man, I'm a little rusty. We're gonna do this again. Let's go. Ready for round 2?
Yeah, round 2. All right.
All right.
Mr. Witherspoon, if you would please. Pull.
While he's
All right.
pulling, Ronnie's gonna
Oh, shit.
look around to see where Gaddock is. Is
All right.
Gaddock anywhere on deck right now watching this?
She is.
I'm about to roll for the throw.
Yep, let's have it.
Ooh, I got another perfect 12. Holy shit.
Another 12. You're-
Apparently, that first one was just a demo toss.
You throw this thing, another one that sails perfectly and beautifully, and once again, just after the peak, wooden shaft splits the thing in two, and the pieces tumble out the sky.
That's nice.
Very good. All right, Mr. Striker.
And Gaddock is currently sitting near the head of the ship, just sort of leaning against the rail. Her nose is all puffy and swollen, and she's just sort of brooding, glaring at you guys.
I walk past it. I was like, that was a good shot. Pound him a little bit. I was like, all right, Mr. Witherspoon, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's
All
do
right. Get ready to lunch. I pull back, get ready.
it. Oops. Whoa, you fell off the table. Sorry.
Quit throwing your dice off the table.
I got a 1.
Oh, one!
Ooh.
No.
Here we go.
Terrible
We're gonna
throw.
find it. We're gonna find out.
Whoop.
Let's see if he can make the adjustment.
Wait,
Yeah,
it's
but
a 2 because of my
let's-
+1, right? It's a 2.
Oh,
Oh, that's a lot, bro.
What'd you get?
He rolled
cool.
a
You can't see
20.
it. I got a 20.
I got a 20. All right.
Oh,
If you stop walking around with low light in your setup, we'd be able to see the things you hold up.
Hey, I just didn't. I ain't had time. We was troubleshooting my keyboard. We had to get started.
Sadly, was everything was brighter off your laptop.
So this time, Noel, as you are letting the disc go, your hand slips on it,
Flip.
and instead of spinning nicely like a frisbee, it starts tumbling end over end and plummets almost immediately for the water line. Striker, you see it,
Boom.
Yeah.
Just let it go real fast.
and yeah, you see it and catch it right before it hits the water, explodes in a shower, and
Noel's like, hell yeah.
the wiry guy.
Jackson.
Yeah, his eyebrows climb up a little bit, like,
Oh, that was a hell of a shot. Yeah, pretty good.
Even Sir Regios and Ronnie both actually react to this. Sir Regios raises an eyebrow and actually approaches closer to see this whole thing more closely now. Ronnie doesn't move from her spot. She raises an eyebrow, but then she also looks over at Gaddock to see if she responds at all to it.
You can actually see Ronnie out the corner of your eye there. Gaddock briefly grins at the success of her object of affections. But the scowl is quickly back in place when she sees that you're looking at her.
And with that, she's gonna grin.
All right. The wiry fella walks back up to the rail and...
There we go.
All right. This is deciding one. All right, Mr. Witherspoon, let's have it.
All right, let's go. A 4.
A 4. So you let this thing fly, and it's not exactly stable. It wobbles a lot as it's going, and the trajectory is much steeper, and he's tracking, he loses, and it nicks the thing on the corner. Not enough to shatter it, and his arrow disappears into the water just before the clay pigeon does.
I go, oh.
And he steps back for a moment, lowers the bow,
I go,
but then turns to you, Striker, and puts out a hand.
That was very, very good, Mr. Striker. Very good.
I was like, oh man, that was so close, man.
Aye, that it was. We got 2 more shots to go, though, I believe. So.
I know. Let's see. We'll see what happens. Okay.
Yes. Listen, I'm not out just yet.
No. Ready?
Ronnie, before Noel gets ready to throw, Ronnie walks over to Noel. Hey, why don't you take a break?
Nah, this is pretty fun. I think I'm gonna keep going.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right, buddy. She pats him on his back, goes right back to her spot on the mast.
Ronnie was gonna like throw this thing out into left field, and they'd never see it again.
she was going. No, she was probably gonna do something real cruddy and just toss it up real slightly. I was like, really?
All right, I'm ready to roll. Okay, here we go.
Fire for me, buddy.
Oh man, I got another 4, but you got this. You got this.
I got a 16.
Oh yeah,
He's got
that's good
some.
enough. Yeah, that's good enough. Once again, this one is a little bit wobbly. The trajectory is not quite as nice as you'd like, but you track it with ease, Striker, and manage to put your shaft straight through the center.
I was like, no, what's going on, man? Come on. Like, you okay? Is the waves kind of motioning you a little bit? When you throw these, you was doing good at the beginning. We must hit choppy waters. Hey, Captain, did we hit choppy waters?
And the captain just sort of raises an eyebrow at you, looks around at the water, which is smooth as glass right now.
That's what I thought. I thought I'm just making sure I wasn't blind here. Okay, I'm just making sure.
Sergios walks over, just puts his hand on Striker's shoulder. You should stop talking now. And he looks over at Noel. No. Are you sure you're good? You look like you could use a rest.
Hey, no. We don't change the guy throwing the clay pigeons in the middle of the competition. No.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, yeah, I got this, Ronnie. I got this.
All right, Mr. Witherspoon, whenever you're ready.
Sergios raises an eyebrow at him. He's like, Ronnie's over and points towards the mast.
Oh.
He might not be okay. I mean.
Let's see what you got, Noel. Let's see what you got.
I rolled a 6 that time.
All right.
It's a little better.
Fling the thing, and it has a decent trajectory this time, a lot more stable. And our wiry fellow starts tracking and looses, but just as he looses, there's a little bit of a bump to the ship, and his arrow off to the side doesn't even come close to the target.
What did he roll?
A 3.
At that moment, Sergios turns to the captain. I thought you said we were in stable waters.
The captain just sort of...
I was like, I know I wasn't going crazy. I thought a little joke, but you know what? Hey, I was like, all right, look, here we go.
Well, last one.
All right, let's go.
Oh, hit me with it.
Hit him with it, no.
I got an 8 that time.
All right, 8. 19.
19.
You got this. You got this.
Yep. Once again, decent clay pigeon trajectory, and arrow straight through the center. Striker, where the hell was this back when you were trying to actually fight people with the bow? I mean, really?
Right.
This is what happens. Then the backstory comes in. It all started.
Oh no! We don't. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Literally, he starts saying that, and Sergios just puts his hand over his mouth. And goes, no.
I'm like, but remember what they
And he
want?
looks at the wiry guy. You did fairly well, though. Aside from that last bump, I think you could have caught up with him.
I'm proud to have been able to come so close to such a fine marksman. And he
sticks the bow behind himself and holds out his hand again to you, Striker. Grips it firmly.
First round of ales on me, as promised. And well done.
And I'll buy you a drink because you did really good.
Why, thank you. I really appreciate that. I do. I'm
I
looking
gotta ask
forward
you.
to it.
I gotta ask you, where did you get that bow from?
Oh, you like it, do ya?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, it was a fun story, right? We was on the seas of Gibraltar, like, just off the coast here. Most of the riverboats don't like to go there, but old Captain Nurul, yeah, he knows a thing or two about sailing them coastal waters. And this band of pirates comes up, right, and they're trying to board us and stuff. And what they don't realize is we're the ones boarding them. And, we all swing over there just as they're swinging over here. And we get, ropes tangled and whatnot everywhere, And this fella, he has this longbow, this beautiful bow here, and he's trying to take pot shots at us, but I don't think he expected me to jump on top of him with an axe. And, he was a bit surprised, let's say, and, long story short, he went for a sudden swim, and, I inherited this fine beauty right here, and I've been practicing with it for some time now, hoping to get as good as you yourself, sir. Yes.
You know what? Next time we, next time we sail again, we're gonna do this again. All right? We'll just have a friendly competition. No bets, just all out shootout.
I like the idea. Yes. I'm game for that for sure. All right, I've got to get back to me rowing. Right. Good on you, mate. Oh, and by the way,
I'll come over and tell you about the twins. All right, I'm gonna help you roll one soon. Okay?
Yes. Ooh, yes. I think I like this idea. And so, I don't think I mentioned it. My name's Horst.
Horst?
Horst, yes, Horst.
Like a holster? Horst?
No, Horst. R with an R, Horst.
A Horst.
Yes, Horst. Okay. It's alright, I know the accent's a little bit hard to get to sometimes. It's alright.
At hearing his name, Ronnie walks over. Horst, are you from North?
Do I sound like I'm from North? Of course I'm from the North.
You wouldn't happen to know Rory, would you?
Rory. No, don't know any Rorys.
I bet you don't know Uncle Eric.
Well, I wouldn't suspect that he would.
Uncle Eric's from the south, if I recall, as is Ronnie.
Hey, you never know where Uncle Eric been to, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, that is true. It could be, all over the place.
He's over here now, so I'm just saying. I'm just kind of saying, he did a couple traveling.
So, hold on, I'll pull it up on the laptop real quick so I can make sure I get the right area when I say this off of the map.
That was fun. I know.
That actually was intriguing.
Noel and Stryker, both of you take 25 XP.
Yeah, 25.
So
that'll bring me up to 35. Sweet, 935.
So Ronnie looks at him. You ever been up to Napora?
To Nipper, you mean? Oh yes. We've sailed up that ways before. The old Captain Nurul, hey, he gets around, I think we've been to just about every port on the continent.
There's a small port town up there. That's where Roy works. He owns a tavern.
Well, I can't say that I remember him, but truth be told, I don't remember every tavern keep. We've been to so many of them,
Oh, you do remember this one. This one was called the Bear. Literally had bears all over the place. Bearskin rug, had a bear on the wall, right next to the fireplace.
I can't say that I remember that. Although, truth be told, most of the times we put port in Nipper, I went to the old, establishment. How do I put this delicate,
Oh, you mean Red House?
Aye, that's the one. Yes, you know
it's right across from there.
Oh, is it now? Okay, then. Well, sorry I ain't met your friend, but I'm sure it's a nice enough establishment.
Next time you stop in there, you have to stop over there at Bear. Some of the best drinks in the North that you can get. Roy's got some of the best ever hospitality that you could ever want.
I'll keep it in mind. Thank you, miss. I appreciate the suggestions.
And since you like to visit the Red Run so much, you should definitely see him about that. He can somehow get people discounts.
His eyes get real big.
Can he now? Now
just tell him that
knowing.
Ronnie sent you.
I will. Thank you, Miss Ronnie. Much appreciated.
And with that, he gives you a short bow and picks up the crate full of clay pigeons and hustles back down below. All right. Everybody, roll me 100 sides.
Okay.
100 sides, 100 sides.
Ooh. I got a 9.
Okay, we're doing a little bit better this time. So we got a 45 and a 55. That's a little bit better.
I got a 9.
Oh, we both got 9.
9 and 9? Wow.
What the hell?
Wow. What are the odds of that?
Right?
All right. The rest of your second day passes uneventfully. There's a brief arm wrestling match. Although nobody's brave enough to wrestle Ronnie this time, one of the crew manages to goad or persuade Seregios, and you have a brief little scuffle there.
Oh, I'm brave enough. I'll do it.
You wanna arm wrestle Seregios?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. They set up a little table and some chairs on the deck for you. And...
I was like, hey, can I ref for this? Can I ref?
All right, yeah, you can ref for it.
I was like, because I already know about his little arm wrestling days. I was like, all right, this is gonna be fun. I'll just go. All right.
All right.
You ready?
Yep.
No, you ready? Yep.
Yeah, right.
12 sides for strength, gentlemen.
Okay.
I go.
Ooh, I got a 10.
Geez, here's the problem. I also rolled a 10, but I think my strength modifier is bigger than yours.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yep, so you start to lose some ground, Noel. Roll again, guys.
I was like,
You're about halfway to...
I got an 8.
That time I rolled a 9.
I got an 8. You won
you're
again.
3/4 of the way there. One more time, fellas.
Oh, 9 again.
Oh, I totally lost. I got a 3.
At the very end there, you can't quite make it. Down on the deck.
Can I ask for a rematch? then Noel's like, nah, yeah.
So Regios, as he's holding your hand, he pulls your hand back up and then pulls it this way into a handshake.
So and I go like this. I'm like, okay, rematch then. And I go like this again.
All right.
So Regios raises his eyebrow, and then Ronnie kind of looks over at what's going on, and she goes, "I want to take on the victor."
All right.
So we're going again? All right.
Sounds like we're going again.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Go.
9 off the bat.
Yep, I got a 9 too.
Unfortunately, you're losing a little bit of ground again, Noel.
Yeah,
let's have another one.
8.
Oh, he beat me bad. I got a 2.
Oh, a 2. Oh, almost to the table. You're just hovering an inch above the table there. Come on, man.
Oh, come on.
You might get a lucky break. I just rolled a 3. You might get a lucky break here.
Come on, I got a 1.
Seregios slams your hand down to the table, but since Seregios, you rolled so low, it's not going to be one of those table breakers. I'm sorry, but
I didn't want it to be a table break. I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally flip him over and he fell out.
What is this luck?
No, it was a critical fail, but you were low enough there as well. Not enough to.
I go combo breaker.
As soon as he slams his hand down again, he looks at him. And then repeats the same motion, pulls his hand back up, and then goes into a handshake.
He's like, "Oh, I make stupid ass excuses like, oh man, well, I just wasn't 100%. Next time, I'll get you."
Somebody was going this way.
It's at the bar.
Kept telling him.
Each one of you take 10 XP.
Oh man.
So Reggie's going to take 10 XP, and he's going to have to aim right back up because Ronnie said she wanted to take weapon.
All right.
I'm gonna roll for Ronnie because you can't roll.
Yes,
twice.
I agree. Go ahead and roll for Ronnie.
Somebody got to roll for Ronnie.
Oh, somebody has. So I don't roll my 2 dice like usual.
No, we're gonna have Jason roll for Ronnie.
Both sides.
Both sides.
Both sides. Yep.
All right.
Strength.
All right, so I'm Ronnie. You're Regios, or I'm Regios, you're Ronnie.
No, you wanna ref this, Noel?
I'll have.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I'm Ronnie. Here we go.
Here we go.
Go. Ooh,
5.
I got a 3.
Her strength modifier is a +5.
Yeah. So 8 for Ronnie,
Yeah,
and a 9 for Seregios.
Ooh.
Wow.
Very close.
So right off the bat, Ronnie, you are actually finding you're struggling to hold against Seregios, and you lose a little bit of ground there.
She raises an eyebrow, and he just grins.
Let's have the second round. Yeah.
Ooh, what you get?
7.
What you got?
Say again.
7.
A 7.
I got a 12.
A 12.
Ronnie's come back, and she goes, "Oh,
Yeah.
darling."
Actually, you know what the funny thing is, Jason? You're absolutely right. She's literally, after raising her eyebrow and he smiles, she goes, "Oh, darling, if only you ever really knew." And it just slowly,
Back
Which
the other
now
side.
which actually gets an eyebrow raise out of him.
So now you're about the halfway point on the other side now. Seregios losing.
Right.
Let's have it. Let's have it.
9.
What you got?
9.
I got a 3. Ooh, it's gonna be fun.
So Regios literally just digs his elbow into the table and then just
Mm-hmm. You come back to about the center. So you guys are centered up again.
Oh, okay.
and he looks her dead in the eyes. "I don't lose too well."
I said,
And
well,
then
there's
with
a first time for everything. And she smiles.
actually, it's worse than that. She smiles and goes, "Sorry, darling, but you're gonna have to learn today."
Let's have
Ready?
it. Let's have it.
8, 10. Yo, this is gonna be a battle. This is gonna be a battle.
Ronnie manages to bring him back over. You're about halfway to the table now, Seregios. Seregios
Seregios
losing.
So Regios begins to squint his eyes so hard you think he was Chuck Norris.
Goddamn, don't make me laugh. Are you ready?
Ready?
What you get?
If you didn't get a nat 12, you've lost this one.
Oh, so I guess I got a nat 12.
What did you get,
Well, then
Jason?
I guess it's a tie because it's a nat 12.
Nat 12.
Both of you nat 12s.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, hold on a second.
That's just back to center at that point, right?
So, you guys strain and are completely deadlocked, and the table starts creaking and groaning and quivering under the force that you guys are imparting to it.
What? Is this anime rules right now? Anime.
Neither one of them realize what's happening. They're just so locked
Right.
and engaged into this that neither one of them is willing to give.
No,
You know, like the anime lightning eyes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then the crosshatch veins popping in the foreheads.
He's like, he's going into the zone. She's going into the zone. Oh Lord, they're locked into the zone.
Noel, you're probably the only one right around there that notices the table is making these groaning noises.
I think this is probably gonna be the one. You ready?
Let's have it. Let's have it.
Oh,
What'd you get?
I got an 8.
You got it. I got it too.
All right, Ronnie, you finally managed. He's already halfway over. You finally managed to slowly put him down on the table.
Now, Ronnie, give your comeback.
And Ronnie looks at Seregios in the eyes. "You want a second round, or you good with this loss?"
And then Ronnie does what he does to know. She goes, shakes his hand. Just to see if he get another round in him. Just, because that's going to piss him off. Just go.
You know what? Usually I don't take advice from Jason, but I'm actually going to follow this one.
This seems like something
Ronnie
she would
literally
do.
just pulls his hand back to center and shakes his hand, and he grips firmly and goes, "Second round, best 2 out of 3. Let's do this."
We're gonna break
And then changes his grip, plants his elbow.
We're going to break this table.
Oh yeah, they probably are.
Obero, or whatever the hell we're on right now.
Let's have it then, gents.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Come on, you can do it. Whoever, whatever.
3 out of that.
I got a 6.
Okay. That's going.
All right, yep. Ronnie starts off strong, powering Seregios
Wow,
to
this
the
is a
halfway
really good
point.
battle. Holy shit.
Oh,
10.
2.
So Regios just grits his teeth and just I refuse to lose this way.
Complete reversal back to the halfway mark on the other side.
But instead of selling it at all, Ronnie just grins. He's just thoroughly enjoying this so much. And after beating the one poor guy back in the quarry, from the quarry, she hasn't had a good arm wrestling match since then. So
Go ahead. What'd you get?
4.
10.
With that grin, Ronnie just Sir Regios, you could see like a vein just slowly start.
How's the little barrel holding
top
up
of his
now?
head.
How's the barrel holding up? Because I'm going to say right now.
The table, surprisingly, is holding up okay for the moment.
All right, ready?
Small cricks, not the whole groan this time.
Yep, just small creaks.
Oh, my jaw's hurt from smiling so much right now. This is fun.
Oof, you got it. You probably got this, unless you roll a 1.
Ooh.
This.
I got a 3.
What'd you get?
What'd you get? 2.
Huh.
A 2.
What?
We've lost your audio.
No, yeah, a 2. But
there we go.
Her modifier is higher anyway, so she slightly got that.
Yep, she's got it. So you were already at the halfway mark on Sergio's side, so you're going down not quite to the table. You've got about an inch to go. You get one more shot, Sergios, to save it.
What'd you get?
What'd you get?
I got a 6.
I got an 11.
Oh, you fighting hard
Sir
back, ain't you?
Regios grits his teeth. You start to see more of the veins forming in his forehead.
And at this point, the table lets out a sudden groan, and one of the legs collapses, and the whole thing pitches over sideways, sending both of you pitching over sideways with it.
Wait, deck save. See if we can not only save ourselves from falling sideways, but also maintain the lock. Hold on.
Maintain the lock. You want to do it?
Yes.
All right, you know what? This is so ridiculous. I'll give it to you. Give me dex throws.
Shit. What did you get? I got a 5.
7.
Okay.
7. What's your dex on both?
Mine is +2 for Sir Regios and +2 for Ron.
Yeah. So, Ronnie, you managed to stay upright and keep your grip on Sergios. Sergios, you end up going down on one knee with the table. And you lose a little bit of ground there. I'm going to say, are you going to continue trying without the table there?
Yes, he is.
All right. One last 12 side for strength.
Wait, can I do something?
Yeah, what do you want to do now?
I do some clever thing where I see a table and I kick it under their arm. But can I roll for the try?
There aren't any other tables, but if you want, I'll let you roll to see if you can lift up the corner of the table that collapsed so they can continue.
Okay, I'll roll for that.
Give me a strength check then, Noel.
The no strength modifier is +1, right?
It
oh,
is.
lordy. It's a 2. I'm rolling.
Well, that didn't happen. He ran over, tried to lift up the table, but apparently we're too much weight.
You are too much weight. You pick it up. You can't quite hold it up under the stress.
Which is surprising, because Ronnie only weighs 192.
Well, I don't know. The sheer power of everybody just...
Right, and Sir Regios is 210, so... I mean, not 210. 210. 210, yeah. That's right.
Are you ready?
Let's roll. Let's have it. Let's have it.
Let it loose. Oh.
Sergios, what'd you get? 4. Ronnie, what'd Ronnie get?
Daddy 12, baby.
Oh, yeah.
That's Ronnie's victory, all right. So, I guess I'll go into this description. Sir Regios, trying to get his footing, fails to do so, slips back down to one knee. Ronnie, at the same time as he's sliding down, just takes him over completely. And he literally, not only because the table's down at an angle, when he hits down on the table, he actually rolls to the side as well. And is now hanging like this.
Mm-hmm.
What does she do? She grabs his hand, shakes it.
Well, not this time because of the angle, unfortunately.
Hey.
Can't really.
Yes,
so
she can.
instead, Ronnie moves the
other
table
side.
out of the way and pulls him back up to his feet.
Oh, that's embarrassing. That this little woman just bring you up.
And then shakes his hand.
Uh-huh.
Which is way more embarrassing.
Oh, that was fun.
Putting everybody in their place on their strength checks.
Indeed. And as she starts to shake his hand, you see the veins in his forehead start to dissipate, and a weird calm kind of washes over Sir Regios' face. but he doesn't speak. He doesn't really move at all. And after Ronnie finished shaking his hand, he kind of just stands there like this with his arm still extended.
I walk over to Ronnie. I was like, yeah, and his high fives. Like, nice.
So as you high five Ronnie, like she like locks hands with you while making eye contact with Gaddock.
Just go click, and I go,
You can see her go bright red again, but she doesn't move from her spot.
And I did this, right? And I make myself blush. I go, I make myself blush like, and then I go, okay.
And with that, Ronnie will shoot a wink to Stryker, do an about face, and walk back towards the mast.
And I'm thinking in my head, I was like, I think we're going a little too far with this right now. In my head,
you guys are digging your graves so deep.
It's so deep right now. Like, do I actually have Felix? No. And I look at Gaddock, I was like, yeah, it's for her. Yeah, I'm good. And I go walk away. I go pull out my swords, and I look at the, it still has the wood in the, what's it called in the middle? Oh my God. Where they had the mask at. Shit. I know the name of it. Why is it not the post? It's just the post. I'm just gonna call it the post right now.
It's just the mask.
Oh, it's just the mask? Okay. And I'll just take my swords and just slowly like train. You know.
So he's training his swords while Ronnie's doing her usual lean up against the mask.
I'm just like just doing this, like just doing my little sword training. Like, I was like, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, what the hell is I think I'm in too deep, guys. I think I'm in too deep. And then I look over and I see her face, I'm like, no, this is perfect. This is perfect.
So Ronnie and Seregios both get 25 XP. Noel, I'll throw an extra 5 in for you because you did try to save the match, even though it didn't work out so well.
So I have 930.
965 on my sheet.
25 to both, right?
25 to both Ronnie and Seregios.
I think Seregios just might have. When was level up again? At the 1,000, right?
Seregios was already level 3. And level up is at 900.
Okay, yeah, he's at a...
Yeah, you haven't leveled up yet. My sheet warns me when that sort of thing happens, so you're good.
Oh, you have that programmed in there, do you?
I do.
Oh, look at you, you productive git.
Hey, make the computer do the hard work so you don't have to.
I love to see it. You know, when it actually works. Like,
yeah, we won't talk about all the issues I've had with this thing.
So that's 1,010 points of experience that Seregios is at currently. Ronnie is at 725.
That matches.
If I've been keeping up correct.
That matches. Stryker should have 935 and Noel should have 965.
Nice.
Yeah, so the rest of the day I'm just sitting there training with the swords. That's all I'm going to do. Just going to sit there and train with the swords.
And Seregios is still kind of... and he just slowly kind of turns his head towards Stryker and goes, did I just lose?
And I go look at him and I said, what's worse? Losing to that or waking up not knowing what happened the night before? And I look over at Gaddock and I look back at him.
And he immediately looks up at the sky and then looks down at the ground. He looks up at Gaddock and then he looks back to Ronnie. And then he looks at his hand and he goes, you know what, Stryker? For the first time ever, you're absolutely correct. And instead of doing anything that he would usually do, instead he just takes a walk towards the tiller to go talk with the captain.
And the captain has nothing but sympathy for you.
And he like, look at my man over there. His arm still ain't functioning right. Like, what? You see one guy rolling with one arm. like, I'm okay, Captain. I'm okay.
It's nothing. It's nothing at all.
Sergio sees that guy and goes, would you like to relieve him for a while and I roll in his place?
Who are you asking?
The captain.
The captain? Alright, you know what? The captain looks at you for a moment and, impressed by your generosity, says, "Oh, that's awful kind of you. All right then, but make sure you keep in time with the rest of the men."
I run a tight ship with well-trained and disciplined crew, I do.
So I remember.
All right.
As disciplined as ruggish rogues as yourself can be, that is.
And then he just grins at you, his usual smarmy grin. And the rest of your day kind of proceeds uneventfully. No more upsets or mishaps. No sea serpents yet.
Don't say yet.
Hey, you put the idea in my head. I've been having you guys roll ever since.
Dang it. So I'm guessing the next day starts now.
Yeah, everybody roll 100 sides. Everybody roll 100 sides.
Oof.
Ooh, bad. Oh, that's not. Oh boy.
One decent roll and one really bad one.
What you got? What you got?
I got a 40. I got a 48. A 48 and a 90.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misread that. 95.
Ooh.
That's even worse.
Anybody got something that'll beat a 95?
Please, guys, be better. Please be better.
I got an 85. I did bad. Yeah, bad roll.
5 and an 85.
I got a 60. I got a 66.
66.
So let me get this straight. Ronnie was the only one who rolled decently for the whole day.
Yeah.
Why is the chick rolling better than all the men?
Something about those dice, man. Something about those dice.
Something about them polys.
That's because we used all the good stuff at the other one. We were rolling good rolls.
All right. Well,
I don't know. Ronnie rolled a 48. That's still a good roll. So Reggio's the one who wrote the 95.
Yeah.
early next morning, you guys come out from the hold. Third day on the river now. You've left the lake far behind. And as you guys come up, the captain sort of tips his hat at you. Weather's been holding out pretty nice. We should make port at Eisen within the day. I'm sure you blokes will be happy to hear that, although, to be fair, I've rather enjoyed your entertainment.
And I go like, you know what? It's been a long time since I've been on this boat, but you know what? I kind of miss it a little bit. But you know, I'm gonna go row with my boy over there. You know, did my little archery with, and tell him about the the yin yang twins, the poets.
Oh yeah, great! Come on over here. I want to hear this. Yeah.
And I go walk over to him and get to sit down next to him and start rowing with him.
Ronnie looks around. She's looking for a free space to fill in.
Well, the space by the mast is empty as always.
Yeah,
For once, Kadok and Gadok are not on deck yet. So you're not going to be able to tease her just yet.
No, she was actually looking for a free slot on the rower slides.
Oh, on the rowers. Well, there's... yeah, you look around and you see that there's actually a spot near the prow. One of the benches is a man short.
Next to your big friend, you know what I'm saying?
We'll roll.
Is it him?
We'll roll for it. It is him.
Yeah.
Nice. You know what? Ronnie's actually going to sit next to him then.
Ronnie, you plop yourself down next to the big rower, and his face turns a little bit pink. Oh, hi, Miss Ronnie. It's nice to see you.
Pleasure. How you holding up today?
Oh, it's a fine day to be rowing.
I agree. The weather's lovely today.
You know what? I'm going to have to make you roll a 100 side to see if you actually stay seated while he's rowing with his enormous strokes.
You guys.
36.
36. Barely. You managed to stay seated, but you have to stretch to your fullest to be able to keep up with his strokes.
And
What are you up to, Noel?
Ronnie's looking at this as a full workout. She's just enjoying it.
What are you up to, Noel? Oh, Noel. Earth to Noel.
Go back.
He's gluten-free gaming while he's also doing this with his friend.
Sorry, I was listening to some. Yeah, what was it?
So what are you doing this morning? Stryker and Ronnie have both taken seats at rowers' benches. What are you up to?
I'm just chilling. I'm just looking at the sky. I ain't really doing anything.
You lazy bastard.
Roll a 12 side.
Oh, for that? Okay, I got you. Roll a 1 and a shark comes at me.
In the meantime, Sir Regios is going to come up to deck, and he's just going to kind of face. He's going to actually face off the starboard side of the ship, just kind of watching the waves.
I got a 5.
Roll got a 5. All right. Sir Regios, roll 12 side.
Here we go, Polly. Don't do me dirty again. It did me dirty again.
What you get?
1.
The natty 1.
I knew it did it dirty.
So a shark leaps out of the water and grabs hold of Sir Regios. No, we're not doing that bad. We're not doing that bad. But I will say, Sir Regios, as you look out over the water, you see what looks like shapes moving underneath the boat and around alongside the boat. And as you peer down over the rail, you see probably 2 or 3 dozen of these slim, sort of silvery grayish shapes darting through the water, easily keeping pace with the ship. And suddenly, one of them leaps up towards the surface and actually leaps clear out of the water a couple of feet and splashes back down. It's a fish, but it's like this big. It's huge.
Do I recognize this fish?
Give me a 12 for intelligence check. Do you have any fisheries knowledge in your background?
For him, he has. Let me have a look.
I mean, if he was like me, be roughed it a lot. You had at least fish once in a
I was
while.
going to say I roughed it a lot, but I don't have anything specifically to that. I think Ronnie has more of a farming thing, but he's more of a haberdashery thing. So,
Maybe.
Yeah, you don't get any bonus then. Give me just a straight intelligence check.
All right. So that is a 7.
Makes a
But you
6
said
with your
intelligence,
modifier.
so yeah.
So, you think that you've seen one of those things fried up and served on a dinner plate once or twice, but can't recall ever seeing one of those out in the wild before. And as you watch, more of them start leaping out of the water, and then one of them leaps so close to the boat that it actually smacks you with its fin as it goes back down.
And as that happens, he goes, Captain, what are these things again?
And he looks over the rail from his place by the tiller. Oh, looks like we've got some hot pipers over there. Hey, boys! Why don't you bring the harpoons over there and get us some lunch? And you see a couple of the men stand up from the rowing banks and run about the deck, collecting spears, and they all run over to the starboard side and start trying to jab at some of these pipers as they're running beside the boat.
And since people are clearing out spaces, Ronnie's going to try to quickly fill in an empty slot, and Sir Regios is going to do the same, just to kind of keep the...
Ronnie's already sitting next to her big friend at the front.
Oh, yeah, that's true. She is, isn't she? So then Sir Regios is just going to try to jump in one of the empty slots then. And
All right. You guys do that, and a couple of the crew try and jab in some fish, and a few minutes into that, you've got a small pile of fish in a barrel on the deck that the bosun is eyeing over with a satisfied grin. The bosun's the guy who handles the hot meals on this ship, and he's already thinking of the different ways he can turn this into a delicious lunch. When about that time, you hear a shriek from the man at the top of the mast. Serpent sign! Serpent sign! Starboard bow!
And just then, Sir Regios' gleeful expression at lunch completely dissipates. And he looks over at Stryker and goes, what is it with serpents following you two? And then he turns around and looks back at Noel. Did you have a whistle or something on you? Do you have another egg stowed on you two?
No, I'm good. I got nothing, I swear.
And then he
And I
looks
go,
back at
Before
Stryker.
you can say anything else, Regios, the captain steps up and roars at the whole crew. Silence all! Stow them oars! Bring in the sail! Give me your collar! Give me your collar! And the guy up on the mast is squinting. I can't see your collar, Captain! Damn this all! And
Sir Regios opts to climb up to see if he can get a better look.
all right, give me a 12 side for Dex. Anybody else going to join him on the mast?
Ooh,
Yeah, I
baby,
will.
here's my 12.
I will.
All
Don't
right.
even need to.
No, you want to give me a 12 as well to see if you can get up
Oh,
on
I
the
got a
mast?
12. Hell yeah, I got a 12.
Oh,
Both
two
of you
natties.
12s. All right.
Let's go.
So, Seregios and Noel, you both climb up the mast until you're hanging just below the guy at the top who's squinting, trying to see this. And you see a stream of... It looks like the water is roiling. It's not exactly bubbles, but you can see this disturbance. And there's a dark shape moving underneath that disturbance straight at the boat. I'm going to need each of you to roll 12 sides for perception.
Already on it.
I got a 10.
I'm glad you got a 10.
Noel, you're able to make out that this moving shape looks distinctly brown. And the captain's staring up at you guys. What see ye?
Brown. I see something brown.
Uh,
Immediately, as soon as you say that, Sir Reggio snaps and looks at you. Are you sure?
I'm positive.
And he doubles back and looks again.
All right then, come down, come down. Everyone, hold fast. Don't move a muscle, don't make a sound.
So Regios immediately just starts climbing down and just looks at Ronnie and was like, you might want to ready up. And
I just laid down flat to the ground like this. I was like,
and the captain eyes you guys like gathering your weapons, and he just puts a hand out like,
That ain't gonna help us, mate. Only chance here is to not make it angry.
So Regios goes, if that's the case, Stryker, no, Ronnie, all of you, under, now.
oh no, I won't make a sound.
I go look at him. I was like, yeah, I'm not moving an inch because anything movement might have him attack. So, you know, I'm just going to sit here and lay down.
I'm following the captain's orders. Yeah,
I'm laying down.
around about this time, the whole ship lurches as something bumps into it roughly from the starboard side. Everybody roll 12 sides for dexterity.
If I would have moved, I probably would have went over.
Oh, and Ronnie's still
Where
on
I
the
got a
board,
10. I got a 10.
on the tillers.
Noel's got a 10.
Okay, so overall, you said this is for dexterity,
This is
right?
Dexterity.
Dexterity.
Okay.
Wait, is it 12 or 20?
12.
12.
Okay, let me.
So
okay.
Sir
I rolled
Regios.
the wrong one.
Okay, so Sir Regios here rolled an 8
Okay.
total.
8 total. Okay.
Yes.
I got a 10.
Ronnie, unfortunately, only rolled a 4 total.
4 total. Ronnie, you fall flat on your face when the ship lurches and make a not insignificant thud on their way down.
She immediately just goes, ugh, damn it.
And the
And I say
captain,
something smart. It's like, don't worry, you're still cute. That's what I said.
the captain just sort of hisses at the two of you. Quiet. And there's a moment of like dead silence on the ship and on the water. No additional sounds or movements or disturbances. Just a soft flutter of the breeze in the furled sail. And then a moment later, the ship lurches again, and you see a pair of claws emerge from the river and lash on to the sides of the ship. Stryker and Noel, you guys both notice that these claws are substantially larger than the ones you had seen previously, the last one that you fought. Probably twice the size.
And the first thing go through my head, oh shit, was that a baby that we killed?
And the whole ship sort of leans to starboard as this thing uses the railing to pull itself up out of the water. And you first see this slimy, scaly head with fins and whiskers emerge dripping from the drink, followed by 5, 10, 15 feet of long, thick neck, mottled brown and gray scales all down its front.
Oh my god.
That's a thick neck right there.
And the thing continues like lifting itself up out of the water, its head reaching all the way to the top of the mast, its shoulders now clearly visible, and part of its chest as well, and it sort of looms over the whole ship. And eyes, blood red and the size of dinner plates, regard you. And it just sort of sits there for a moment.
And under her breath, Ronnie once again says, "God damn it."
At that even murmured sound, the creature's head swings down to regard you, Ronnie. Roll a 12 side.
That is a 6.
And
I'm assuming that was just a flat 12, not a modified 12.
that was a 12 for performance to see if you can hold still under this thing's scrutinous gaze, and you do. And it snakes its long head down all the way to the deck until it is just about level with you, Ronnie. Its head, for reference, is massive. I'm trying to think of something that is a good example, but probably a good 4 or 5 times. No, that's a little bit too big. 3 times the size of a horse's head. And
so roughly about the width of a car.
Yeah,
Cars
comparable.
didn't exist back then, so we gotta like
Comparable, yeah. And as it comes down to be about level with you, it opens its mouth just a little bit, and you can see multiple rows of serrated teeth inside, and a rank smell of like rotting fish. And it goes.
Sweet.
and I look at Ronnie like this. I go like this.
Roll me another
Ronnie
12 to see if
doesn't-
you can manage it.
Yeah, because I was going to say Ronnie doesn't even flinch. She just tries not to even move her head or eyes the entire way.
Let's have a 12 to see if you can pull it off.
Oh, now I know why I only rolled a 6. I rolled the wrong dice for Ronnie. I didn't roll the metal. I rolled
Dice
the
gods were angered, yes.
Who told you to roll for Sir Regios? You're supposed to be rolling Ronnie. Whoops, sorry. Rolling the correct dice now. And that is a 7.
A 7. Alright. You manage to stay perfectly still as this thing regards you. And after a moment of sniffing, it turns its attention further aft and starts sliding its head along the deck at the same level, its eyes kind of sweeping over each of the people at the rowing benches who are all kind of hunched over, not meeting its gaze, looking down at the deck or in their hands. You can see, surprisingly, none of them really seems to be like quivering or shaking. They may have done this before, but you're not really sure because nobody's willing to like look up or make any movements to see. The thing comes further and further aft to you, Stryker. Roll a 12 side.
So I ain't moving at all. I know
Don't mess this up, man.
I know I stink. So he probably go, "Oh, what the hell is this?"
Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up.
You had to say something. Why you had to say something?
What?
You gotta be talking when I'm saying.
What'd you get?
I got a 2.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Can he re-roll that?
No.
Because I smell like nasty tar
You
stuff.
smell like nasty tar stuff, and the thing fixates on you for a moment.
Tar's not
And it starts to move in closer to you, Stryker, just sniffing enormously.
Sergios is locking his gaze onto the serpent's movements. If it even remotely looks like Stryker's about to get bit, he's rushing in.
You realize that this thing's jaws are large enough that it could probably devour him whole, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else doing anything right now while the
No, everybody else
thing
ain't
approaches
doing
No,
Striker?
no, I'm saying absolutely still. I'm saying
Absolutely still.
don't move, Striker. Maybe the
Ooh.
sentence tar will.
Where's Gaddock and them? Maybe they come up at the wrong time.
They are still under.
Maybe they come up at the wrong time. And she gets eaten. Come on. She pops up.
You glance around with your eyes, Striker, and you don't see anybody else popping up from below to save you, and nobody else moving as this creature's giant head moves closer to you. The ship leans even further to starboard as more of the creature emerges from the water. You can actually start to see a reddish glow coming from the waterline now.
What you don't know is Gaddock is underneath just petting right there.
I'd almost believe that to be true.
And it can come
I can't do nothing. I'm just sitting like, I can't.
Yeah, no, nothing.
As soon as I move, I'm dead. Like, no matter what. I'm not scared. I'm just like, just can't move.
Give me another 12.
Come the fuck on. I got a 4.
Oh my god, man.
And your charisma modifier is not great, so your ability to like stay put is not doing so well here, man. Not doing so well. You're like visibly shaking as this thing gets closer to you, and it comes with almost within touching distance. Like its snout is almost right up against you, and it goes.
Thank goodness for the tar. Thank goodness for the tar, man.
Thank goodness for the tar. I might have shitted myself a little bit too. Thank goodness for the tar.
And with a snarl, it actually like regurgitates a bunch of slime at you.
And I don't move. I go.
Roll 12 to see if you stay on your feet.
Oh, will it push me, or will I just?
Yeah.
Of course, I get a 9. What the fuck?
So, although the thing hits you with what feels like a fire hose of slime, it doesn't knock you down. You're thoroughly coated, and your odor is suppressed for the moment, and the creature draws back a little bit, sinks a little bit further back into the river. The ship doesn't list quite so far to starboard, and it continues on its way. Noel, roll a 12 side.
Oh, you doing this to me?
You knew this was coming. He's going to everyone.
I got an 8. I got an 8.
An 8.
No sells everything.
And the creature passes over your head, Noel, and doesn't even spare you a glance as it's still sniffing the deck. Seregios, give me a 12.
Oh my fucking gosh.
Good,
I am
bad?
lucky right now.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I am so lucky right now. I am so lucky. I'm just actually lying. I rolled a fucking 1. I am so unlucky right now. I'm not even shitting.
Hey, man.
I'm not even shitting.
Hey, Striker, man. If it gets bad, I got my spear. You got an arrow. That's just like take his both eyes out.
And you know what the sad part is? I'm gonna blame this. Whatever is about to happen, I'm going to blame this on Sir Regios' eyes being what they are.
Oh, yeah?
He has gold eyes.
Mm-hmm. And you think that's going to attract this thing's attention? With a nat 1, my friend, you're not that lucky that something that subtle could do it. No, as the creature turns its gaze on you, you basically say, all right, fuck it, turn around and leap over the side.
Why?
Because nat 1, that was your like courage / holding still, and you just quailed.
I couldn't have just fell
Yeah,
from something stupid instead.
You weren't moving though. What would knock you over?
I was gonna say, well, the fact that he just moved and the boat shifted back for like a third time.
All right, you know what? I'll roll for this. We'll make it fair on you here. All right. I'll give you that one. Instead of turning and leaping over the side, you fail to steady yourself when the ship settles back a little bit further to port. and fall flat on your face with another loud thud, which of course calls the creature's attention over to you. You are also
we'll
Go ahead.
say that I failed to stifle my yelp when it happened.
Yeah, that makes sense. And the creature immediately snaps its attention to you. And it doesn't help that you also happen to be right next to that barrel full of fish.
And I will immediately look at the barrel and go, "Oh, nuts!"
And you see the creature lick its lips and arch its neck back as if it's about to plunge its head down into the deck and devour you. Think fast, my friend. Think fast.
Sir Regios, realizing the situation he's in, thinks it's either me or lunch. We can always get more lunch. Grabs the barrel, pulls it in front of him, pushes it towards the thing, and then takes a slide back behind the mass.
I'm going to need you to roll 12 at disadvantage because you're on your stomach trying to move this heavy barrel of fish.
Oh.
He pulls a Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
He rolls into
Okay, so there's an at 12.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but it takes the lower of the two at disadvantage.
There is a 7.
A 7. All right.
And on a strength +4,
got
that
it.
should be enough.
You've got it. Barely. You turn around and shove this thing down towards the port side of the deck. The creature sort of splits its attention between you and the barrel as the barrel comes sliding forward, but it smells the fish and decides that it would rather have the barrel than you, and turns down, and it chomps down onto the deck. You can actually see the timbers splinter as it plunges through the deck and into the hold a little bit, as it devours the barrel in its entirety and its contents. And it kind of rears its head back, chomping on the barrel. Swallows. Eyes the ship, which is now rocking a little bit back and forth from the force of the impact. Everybody, roll a 12 side.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I got a 3. Oh boy.
God. 8s and 7s.
I got a 9.
9.
I got
No.
I got a lowest.
Oh right.
No.
I need to say that. I need to say that splittingly. 8 for Sir Reggio, 7 for Ronnie.
That's still close enough. It's going to be Noel who's the poor schmuck in this case. Noel, you get knocked onto your ass because of the rocking of the ship and the shuddering impact. And the creature once again centers its attentions on you.
I like this on my ass like this.
He just went sex doll real quick.
And the creature begins moving, snaking its long head down again to sniff at you. Roll me another 12 side to see if you can maintain your composure.
1.
Oh baby, I got a 10. Yes.
Oh,
All
thank
right.
God.
Yo.
He got it. He's like, we don't have to save Noel, thank goodness.
It comes up right up to your face and decides you're not lunch and backs away. And regards the deck one last time. And then begins withdrawing, slowly sinking back down into the river. And after a moment, the claws detach, leaving large scars in the wood. The railing's been shattered on that portion of the ship, but eventually it sinks back down into the river. And after a moment, one of the crew sort of ventures over to the railing, looks around a little bit, and then signals the all clear to all of you. And the captain slumps against the tiller.
Sir Regios walks up and walks over to the cook and goes, sorry about lunch. You got any more harpoons?
I go, yeah, no, we're starving today. Let's just go.
The bosun looks at you, Sir Regios, and is actually going to clock you in the side of the face. And yeah, I'm not going to make it hard enough to do damage, but like, pow.
You bloody moron! You and your friends almost got us all made into lunch.
Hold on, they said, oh, no, don't say all of us. I'm ready to go. I was rolling. Just saying.
And Ronnie just looks up. People can't help if they lose their footing.
Bloody landlubbers!
He stomps down to the hold to start getting stuff to repair the ship, and a couple of other crewmen follow him. And the captain's just like head in hands. Oh god.
Ronnie and Sir Regios both roll their eyes at the same time to the landlubber thing. But Sir Regios walks over to the captain anyway. I'll do what I can to either help with regathering lunch or with repairs. You pick.
You can help with both, and be lucky I don't skin you alive for the damage to me ship.
Well, it was either that, or it could have been worse if the thing would have attacked me.
If the thing would have attacked you, it would have attacked you and left us alone. And matey, let me tell you, if it was a choice between you and me ship, I would have thrown you to the worm first thing I got.
And that's why it was better that I did what I did. Knowing you, that's why your ship would have been destroyed. The first thing that was going to go was the mast. Did you forget what I was up against?
Do you really think that was the first cow I've had to deal with?
And he looks at the captain sideways. No. But that is the first time I've lost my footing from so much rocking on a ship. Can't be helped.
Yeah, landlubbers, the lot of you. I'll be glad to put you off in port here.
Anyway. Tools.
No, you don't get to actually use tools on me ship. That's what me carpenters are for. You get to fetch and carry. Get down below and start bringing up supplies. And as for the rest of you, if you ain't gonna help catch lunch, you can follow him.
All right.
I go, aye, aye, Captain. And I just go,
I got. Oh, that was cool, man. I thought what we faced way back was the big one. That was a little tiny one. Well, holy crap! I'm just
Ronnie
shocked.
raises an eyebrow. Faced. You guys took on a serpent.
Oh yeah, he wasn't there.
Yeah. I
A
killed
lot
it.
of complications. Well, we killed it.
Ronnie raises an eyebrow.
Tit for tat, yeah, we killed it.
Who's gonna corroborate this story of yours?
Well, here's the problem. Remember that captain from the other boat? Yeah. He was killed. He was on his ship.
Wait.
But actually, you can ask the Regios because he caught up with us.
Well, we did it with a harpoon. It's not like we did it with our bare hands. Like we had a what do you call it?
I had a giant bow. That's what I'm gonna say.
A mechanism. Like, don't be simple, Striker. We had
And the captain kind of leaning on the tiller, cocks an eyebrow at the three of you. I assume you're referring to an air lance.
And Ronnie turns around. What's an air lance?
Like Striker said, a giant fucking crossbow.
Yeah.
Boom!
I'm like, they call it a
like,
ballista.
point for Striker, and I just go down and walk and get some stuff. We did it.
I thought about installing one on my ship once before, but it makes it complicated when you're trying to smuggle goods in and look like a harmless merchant ship.
Yeah.
We got lucky this time that we encountered a cow instead of a bull. If you had to fight it, I'm assuming that either one of you's made a sneeze or something, or you fought a bull.
The blue ones are the bulls, right?
Blue and green, yes.
Oh,
Yep.
We fought that one.
Yeah.
The bulls is territorial. They don't like any ships that come into their area. But the cows will only fight you if you provoke them.
Yeah, we were just cruising along, and then all of a sudden, yeah!
It killed a lot. Well, this encounter was very pleasant. No one died. A lot of people got killed brutally. Yikes.
Even an air lance ain't a guarantee against an angry bull serpent.
Yeah.
That's why I decided not to get one.
Yeah,
I
especially
got
since
ready.
the whole crew for some reason had it installed and didn't remember how to use it or know how to use it. One
Yeah,
day.
exactly. Yeah.
I
Who
think
the
they
fuck
want.
who the fuck gets a thing on their ship that they don't know how to use?
Yeah, yeah, right.
I think that
Oh.
shit was stolen because he seemed a little shifty, but hey,
I take exception to that. I'm shifty. Most other merchant captains don't even come close to being my kind of shifty.
And as Sir Regios comes up with more materials, he goes, and to that, we both agree. He plants the material right on the floor and goes, I'll be back with more, and goes back down.
yeah. And we were just telling this story to Rodney. So yeah, Rodney said what happened was a serpent came up. He was like, oh my god. And I looked at the thing. I said, man, that's like just a giant bow. But it needed 2 people to operate. So we just, me and Noah went on there and like everybody just be ready to load. We did, and then it got to the point where we almost died. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden, by the grace of whoever's up there, whack, and it went.
Yep. Right between the eyes.
And to your comment to whoever's up there, Ronnie just looks up and goes, Goddess Arya?
Whatever you believe in. I can't.
Oh
say
wait,
it.
don't wait. My character sheet says I have his heart still. Did I get rid of it?
No, I don't think you did. You're still carrying its
shoot.
rotting heart in your bag.
Oh shit! I start showing him like this is their heart. This is his heart.
You pull this thing out of your bag, and it is rank. It smells so bad. Because it's been like 2-ish weeks now, or something like that, since you
No
killed the thing.
refrigeration. No salt, no refrigeration.
Right.
I go like, why did you keep that?
I don't know. I thought we could sell it.
The
for
3
meat.
sailors immediately around you just kind of go and rush to the railing.
I'm just going to grab this 12 side for Ronnie. Because I get a feeling there's a constitution check in my future now.
There wasn't going to be, but now there is.
See? That's why you got. Sometimes just shut your mouth. Serpent, you know, punk.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's disgusting.
Natty
Actually,
12.
I showed you the claws. I have the claws. You want to see the claws?
Put it away. Gosh,
What
that
did I have? I
stinks.
forgot what I had.
And then I throw the rotten heart overboard. It's like, yeah, I don't know what I kept this thing.
Oh yeah, because it still had the scales. I don't think we
Yeah.
because we didn't have a time to find somebody to see if they could craft armor out of it.
That's right. You
Oh
do
yeah,
still
we do have the
scales.
scales. I have 20 scales. How many scales do you have?
I got 20,
Oh, nice. Yeah, we need to save that. Yeah.
and I got the spine and the tongue.
Oh, I only
Are
had
you
the heart.
actually
I,
now, are you actually saying this out loud, or are you just saying this?
no. I have the. No. We're just saying this.
I'll pull out the scales and see. Yeah, I still got a scale right here,
Yeah.
and it's still pristine and looking good because hey, scales don't go
Mhm.
bad. I go like, see right here. This
Ronnie
is the
takes
color.
Oh,
Ronnie
And
takes
I
a
show the
look at
captain. I
scale.
say, "Is this the color? This is the color of the bull, right?"
Aye, that be the colour of a bull. That, takes some doing to get that many scales off 'em. Not bad,
Yeah.
not bad.
That's a fun. I also had a spine, but I think I might have left. Let me
well,
check.
not his whole spine. You need a part of his spine.
I have a part of a spine, and I go like, "I'll be right back," and I go down there like, and I come up with a piece of like, "This is it, right?"
I feel like you took a spike, not like an actual section of vertebra.
Look, a spike of it. It's a big
Yeah,
spike. It's,
yeah.
it's a little spike. I said I might have this craft into a sword. It's kind of tough. It's hard to break.
The captain eyes that and is like,
Yeah, all right, if you say so.
Oh,
kind
you
of an
want
odd
this
thing
tongue?
to. With that also smells absolutely horrendous and is black and rotting in your hands. oh gods on
And
on
Ronnie
high.
just looks. Are you daft? Do neither of you carry around salts for things like this? If you're going to be taking them.
We didn't have time. I kind of got chased, and then I had to deal with them down there.
But weren't you on a boat?
See, but
You
that's
could
the
have
thing.
asked to borrow salts.
That's the thing. See, what happened was. You're right. I
What
could have.
happened was.
What happened was.
She at that point she just looks at the captain. Where can I find a harpoon?
And the captain looks very seriously at you as if he's giving that real thought, like he might give you a harpoon to stab those guys.
Like, no, not for us.
Sadly, no, not for them this time.
And he points over to where the rest of the crew are starting to dig out harpoons to try and catch the fish, although they're not having much luck at this point. Looks like the serpent came through and cleaned out any fish that were around the ship.
I say, can I take a
Lonnie's
look?
still gonna give it her good old Southern girl try.
Mm-hmm.
Can I take a look? And then I go over to the edge. I look. I'm like, man, maybe I can find something. I pull out a bow. And guess what I got with me? My trusty rope, baby.
Rope on an arrow. Okay.
I tied the rope onto it's like a small little part of the ship, like the little knot where they usually tie stuff off. And I take the bow and say, all right, just hold out and wait and see if I see something.
All right. Both of you roll 12 sides for perception. Noel, what are you doing?
Ronnie rolled a 6.
I guess I'll join him.
You're gonna take your spear?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jason, I'm guessing you got a 12.
Yeah, baby. Natty 12 too.
You see a fairly small fish dart past the ship on the port side. This is a little more than a morsel, but you think you can probably hit it if you're careful. You're gonna try and shoot at it?
Yeah.
Give me a 20.
20 side coming up.
Noel, give me a 12 for perception.
Okay.
See if you can see something.
Nothing off my 7, right?
I got an 8.
That should be a little better.
I quit. I quit.
Did you get a 1?
What did you roll?
I got a 1.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
And it's just it didn't even roll. It just went plop right down on 1. That's what I'm mad about right now.
This is the 20 side, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So you
I just went click. Is it?
you let your arrow go, and it plunges into the water, skewers the fish, but the rope comes detached from your bow, and rope and arrow and fish go into the drink.
Not my rope. Not my rope.
Wait, now that the rope's tied on it, can Ronnie see if she can spot the thing due to the rope?
Well, after Noel, you see this going on, and you see the fish get speared by the arrow, but the rope come detached from Striker's bow. And you have an opportunity to try and stab at it with the spear, but it's going to be hard to reach it from your vantage point.
Well, you can try to grab the rope before it goes all the way ahead.
No, Earth to Noel. There you go. Watching your anime again.
You gotta stay locked and focused, man.
You
Grab my rope.
gonna try and grab the fish that Striker speared?
Yeah, well, might as well. We need to eat.
All right, roll a 12 side for Dex.
Critical failure. I got a 1.
You
Ronnie, grab
lean
my
over
rope.
the rail and stick your spear in the water to try and hook the rope, and because of the damage and the rocking from earlier, the railing actually gives out underneath you, and you fall off into the drink on the port side of the ship.
Wait, he's in the water. Try to grab the rope.
And you're in scale mail, so I'm going to need you to roll a 12 side on strength to see if you can stay afloat.
Okay.
Ronnie's got to catch 22 if he fails.
You said a 12?
12
Yes.
side, yes.
Oh yeah, I got perfect 12. Great.
Oh, okay, good. I
So that means you can grab the rope.
Yes, grab
You
it.
start
can I-
treading water furiously and just manage to stay up with all the weight of your armor.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that you don't have enough spare capacity to reach out and try and grab the rope.
Wait, Ronnie, do we got to get him out? Get him out.
Ronnie
No, I
goes.
can make it.
Ronnie looks over at Noel. Can you get out?
Yeah, I can get out.
Can you get out? Roll me another 12 side for
come
Dex
on.
to see if you can grab onto the hull.
Oh my god, I critical failure.
You reach up and try to grab the hull, and it's just
Brace
like
slips off.
slimy and moss and stuff on it, and you just slide along the ship. Almost the whole length of the ship, you're just like, no, wait, no!
I go,
Slide the rope to me. Slide the
I go, Ronnie, just hold my feet. And I go lean down on the broken part that he fell off of, and I reach down to grab him.
Ronnie, are you going to hold on to Stryker while he's doing this?
Yes, I'm gonna be nice.
Strength
All
check,
right.
here we go. 12 sides, here we
So
go.
Ronnie, I need a 12 for strength, and Stryker, I need a 12 for Dex to see if you can catch him.
9 on my roll, and you said strength, so +5. So
Yeah,
that should be
that.
more than enough.
Stryker?
I got a 5, so and that's a 3 on my dex,
Mhm,
right?
an 8.
Yep.
You
Plenty.
heave over the railing and manage to grab Noel's hand as it's skittering by on the slime. And now I need both of you to roll 12s for strength to see if you can haul him out.
Man, you
Well,
mough've sucked
he's
it.
hauling him up, and I'm pulling them both. Actually, essentially, wouldn't it really all be on Ronnie because she's the only one with footing?
Not
Yeah,
entirely.
technically.
Because
Not entirely, 'cause I'm
Striker
not
has to
fully
maintain his
over.
grip on Noel.
Yeah,
And Noel weighs how much? 200 and
That's
something?
I'm 225, and no, how much are you weigh?
I weigh 227.
And
So
they're roughly
me-
around the same.
Let's have it. Let's have it.
11.
10.
Okay. With a lot of groaning and grunting, you guys managed to haul poor Noel bedraggled and soaked out of the river.
And I go, you okay?
I'm like, yeah, man, you guys are pals, man.
Why are you grabbing the rope, man? You
It
missed
is
the rope.
as
Shit.
Why-
soon as
what's
Ronnie
my
pulls him
face?
up, she immediately starts seeing if she can see the rope.
Rope's gone.
She just goes back, grabs the harpoon, and tries to see if she can see anything else out there.
All right, all right.
Rope.
I'm gonna make everybody do a 12 side.
Yeah.
I'll just go back to working.
8 for Ronnie? Oh, wait, the Sergios who's carrying lumber right now need to do one as well.
No, Sergios is busy. He doesn't need to.
I got a 10, by the way.
Okay.
Ronnie rolled an 8.
So Ronnie and Noel, well, I should say Noel, after you dry yourself off a little bit, wipe the slime off of your hands, you get back in position on a slightly sturdier looking section of rail and watch. And between yourself and Ronnie, you're able to catch 2 or 3 more of those tiny little fish with your spear and harpoon.
Okay.
And Striker, you're helping Sergios, I think you said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I left and I went to go help. I was like, I rolled a 2 and I was like, I'm gonna go help him. I'm so heartbroken over my rope, and I was like, I can't do this no more. Just go back to help.
It's funny, every time he gets a rope, he immediately loses it.
I
Shut
know.
up.
I believe this has now become the second running gag in the show.
Don't give Striker a
3 or
rope.
4 times since I've been in this thing.
No, correction. Don't give him a rope and don't give him a horse. That's what we're learning.
He's gonna learn how to make his own rope. That's what happens.
There we are. He was talking up about making his own clothing. We can see him make his own rope.
Make our own rope that day. Buying a
Fortunately
rope.
for you guys, the rest of the day passes by uneventfully. You fry up the paltry 4 or 5 fish that y'all managed to collect for lunch. Not that you really needed it, but it is a nice change from hardtack and, dried meat. And a little past midday, you can see some smoke rising from chimneys in the distance, and as you get a little bit closer, you can see a small, very small, modest set of docks protruding out from the riverbank on the eastern shore. And the captain maneuvers skillfully into one of those berths, and the men spring out to throw lines and securing the ship. And before you, there are a couple of sort of ramshackle buildings on the shoreline right next to the docks, and a single dirt trail that sort of snakes its way along a smaller rivulet leading inland, where you can see more ramshackle huts amid the foliage rising on a gentle hill. And the captain, as soon as the ship is secured, looks you all over and says, "Welcome to Eisen, me lads."
Now get off my boat.
If I see you again, I'll kill you or something like that.
And he ribs you, Sergios, and holds out a hand, and he's like, "So, about the damages to me ship."
And Sir Regios gives him 3 gold and was like, that's all I can spare at the moment. After the job is complete and we get paid, I will see if I can give you more.
I know you, Sergios, as a trustworthy man, so I accept. And he pockets the cash. And, all of yous on top deck, roll 12 sides for perception.
I guess that's everybody now at this point.
Everybody
Reggio's
except
sitting
the
there trading.
twins.
I got a 4, so I'm probably not gonna see anything.
Damn, how I get a 4 too?
Okay, so 10 for Sergio, a 6 for Ronnie.
Okay. At least
Seregius, as you're turning away with kind of that sour taste in your mouth of having given away all of your gold, you notice something.
Oh, it wasn't all of my gold. I was smart.
Some of your gold.
Yes.
You notice 2 berthings down, pulled up alongside one of the other docks, is the Flying Toad.
What in the hell? And I'm going to motion to Striker and Noel to come see this.
All right, I'm like, what is it? I walk over.
The Flying Toad just arrived.
It was already there.
Yeah, it was there when you got there. The Flying Toad, if you remember, is the ship that you guys came to Kish on, the one that you fought the Serpent on, the one whose captain was left floating dead in the water.
Oh wow! Ooh.
I go.
Oh
I'm
my.
going to kill them.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're going to leave it for tonight.
Aw, cliffhanger. Aw.
Like, who will Striker try to kill? Will Noel ever go back home and see his wife?
One's got to wonder what she's been up to this last month or two.
being faithful and being a lovely woman, saying "Where's my husband?" That's what
Yeah, sure. While working at
Sure.
the brothel.
She doesn't work at the brothel. I work at the brothel. She doesn't work at the
She
brothel.
didn't work at the brothel.
You've been gone too long,
She's
sir.
got to pay some
Hey,
bills,
whoa! I got reserve gold in a chest at home. You know, she's
It's been a
Yeah,
month now.
it's certainly fine. It's certainly fine.
It's been a little longer than a month, actually.
she would never.
Well,
Well,
you gotta do to make
kill
Fernsey.
Ronnie.
Well, that's it for us for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As usual, if you enjoy this zany content that we create, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. If you don't enjoy this content, what the hell are you doing here? Go away. Get out.
Right,
Go.
I know.
Shoot.
No.
We failed. It's what we do. If you don't like it, find somebody else.
Especially.
And,
I especially fail.
yes.
This is how you
yes.
know I'm a striker. See, I got bows and arrows. See.
Aw, did you get that just in honor of your character? That's so sweet.
Yes, I did. Thanks. You know what?
All
I
right.
am gonna put something down here that just says striker.
And you will be permanently cursed for all time.
For eternity.
For life.
And that will be it for us. We will catch you on the next one. Peace!
Bye.
Reese's.
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Reese's.
Then we're clear.